students. So we are live after a long time. How are you? Okay, I know you guys are notified now, and you're super joining the classes. Hi, I can see students joining here. Hi Abdul, how are you? Just let me know, am I audible and visible to all the students out there? Just a second, let me switch it off. Great. Hi Aditya, hi Abdul, as I can see all of you here. So let me introduce you to me as well as to this channel here right now. Hi, hello to everyone. Hi Rohit, hi Divyanshu. Okay, my old students are here. Glad. Do you want to study class 10th again, is it? Are you guys willing? Hi Divyanshu, how are you doing? Hi Rohit, how are you doing? Ex-10thies, yes, I can see my ex-10thie students out here. Now you can do one thing, that you can share the videos with your juniors. That would be great for me. So again, to the student who is a 10th class student out here, this is going to be our first class and the first chapter, that is power sharing. The first class and the first chapter, that is power sharing. Before starting the class, if anyone out here is like someone who has just started class 10, just let me know, have your school started, right? Did your school started, or are you guys studying SST or not? Which chapter is started in your class, so that I can also make my course according to your demands, okay? Whatever you want. Ma'am, I got 94%. That's great, Divyanshu, I remember. That's great, 94%. And how much did you score in SST? Can you please share me? Hi everyone, and I can see Kashvi and Shivansh Sharma. Hi Kashvi, how are you? 93 in SST. That's great, yeah, that's great. Like 73 out of 80. Very good, very good, very good. Fine, fine. Okay, so any 10th student out here other than my ex-10thies here? See students, now what is the plan? Pay attention to it. Pay attention to what is the plan. By Divyanshu, by beta, study for your class 11th and come back to me if you need any help in your class 11th or class 12th or whenever in your career. Whenever you need any help, you guys can come back. Remember your Tanvi ma'am, and everything will be then sorted. Great. So now coming back to this live class, bacha, why I bought this live class today? Because I was missing that gap between student and a teacher. Right, I was missing that. Like so many days it was there, like we were not having live, I was not chatting with the students, and I was feeling like, what is this, bhai? We need to build up a great contact for the students who are going to give class 10th in the academic session 26-27. No change in the books, no change in the syllabus, whatever has been introduced, I made a recorded video on that. You can go and watch it out, right? So I know that in most of the schools, good evening Abdul, good evening, in majority of school they started with the first chapter of civics, that is power sharing. In this video, in this live session, we will keep this quite engaging, quite interesting, so that you understand the chapter thoroughly. If in case you have any doubt, bacha, you are very free to ask any doubt in my class. It should be little genuine, but Atharv is like, ma'am, aap Madhya Pradesh se ho? Yes, I'm from Madhya Pradesh. And how did you know that? Good evening, I am Aditya, ma'am. Good evening, Aditya. How are you? Are you in class 10? Hi, ma'am. This is Bhaumik. Please read my name. Hi, Bhaumik. How are you, bacha? Great to see such a lot of students in my first live class for SST for this academic session 26-27. So let's start with this. Acha, give me a thumbs up. Can we start the class or not? Can we? Atharv Allen. Okay, Kota. Yeah, it maybe yes. You might have, you saw me somewhere. Okay, give me a thumbs up. We can start the class for the chapter power sharing, or still do you want to chit chat with me? Great. How are you? I'm very good, Bombing. How are you? I'm very good, fine. Beta, power sharing. Okay, the first chapter now, no chit chat. I am focusing on the chapter and you should also. Right after this chapter, you will understand how we are going to study completely in this class 10th journey, what will be the parameters on which we will study in your entire class 10th, right? So, power sharing. First of all, whenever you start a chapter, you should understand the title of that chapter, what actually is. And here the title is power sharing. That means sharing of power. For an example, you are elder one in your house, right? You have siblings, but you are the elder one. So you have some powers to decide about your younger ones. Okay, whenever they choose anything in their stream, you will be asked, is it good or not? Okay, whenever it is to decide what will be cooked today, you will be given a little preference. Whenever it is to be decide where to go out for restaurant, you will be given preference because you are elder one. So according to the position, according to every person's responsibility, every person out here is divided with power. Also in a family, not only in a family but also in a country too. And that is what we have to understand in today's session. Right, ma'am, one doubt, please wait for 2 minutes, let me type please. Okay, Bhomik, I am reading your chat, you write your doubt, whatever it is, I will wait. How are you, Aditya? I am good, Aditya. How are you, Bacha? So this is what actually power sharing means, right? Now see here what you have to study in this chapter. Beta, this chapter particularly, power sharing, is a very easy chapter in your SST. Whenever you go to the end, whenever you will remember me in February, you will understand that this is one of the easiest chapter we have to study. Right? What we are going to study in this chapter is first thing, what is meaning of power sharing, what actually the word power sharing is. Right? And we will understand it with multiple examples. Then again there is case of Belgium and case of Sri Lanka. With the help of two examples in our book, it is very clearly stated what actually power sharing is. In this one country adopted power sharing and other country did not. Like there are times now there are two siblings in the house. Mother guided you something. One just accepted it. The other one was thinking, okay, let's break the rule and enjoy. And what happened eventually? You know what happens eventually, right? A dom like Shinchan have. So there are two cases, one adopted power sharing, one rejected power sharing. And let's see how accommodation was done in Belgium, majoritarianism was adopted in Sri Lanka. Basically now there are lot of terms you might be aware of, but I promise you by the end of this lecture you will be crystal clear with each of the terminology here. You will understand that why should we adopt power sharing, why power sharing is desirable, and what are the actual forms of power sharing in modern democracies. Okay, are you ready, guys? Are you ready to study all those points that are written in your NCERT book? Get it? Give me a thumbs up. This is the rule of my class. Whenever you understand something, just give me a thumbs up so that I can also be engaging, you can also be engaging throughout the session. Okay, I can also see that you guys are sleeping or not. Now come to the point how we are going to study. See, what I'm telling today will be followed till the end of this session, will be followed, and this is what I can promise. You have to follow this you have to promise me. Okay, now come to the point, complete detailed chapter. By in the live session, I will be teaching you the complete detailed chapter. First thing, in between, we will be studying it with multiple MCQs. So many MCQs. We will practice it again and again. And you guys will be actively telling me the answers. Next is about NCERT questions that are very important. Bacha, right now, the students have multiple reference book, multiple sources, and somewhere you get diverted that this to study or that to study, right? But before getting diverted, I want all of you to read these NCERT questions very nicely, to solve all of these questions very nicely. Okay, and the last is some homework question that I am going to not leave you. I'll give you every time you come on my live, every time you come on my recorded videos. Get it? So this is the most important thing. Now we are coming to the main chapter. Bacha, see, democracy, right? Pay attention to it. Now I'm leaving my phone. Will be reading your comments meanwhile, but let's focus more on the chapter. So the story is that India is a democratic country. Do you agree? Yes. India is one of the largest democratic country in the world. Do you agree? Yes, no other option, ma'am. So, democracy here means the government which is chosen by the people. In class 9, we revised that definition of NCERT a lot of times, right? So, India is a democratic country. In democracy, the government is chosen by the people. The government is taken care by the people. Okay? And why? Why, bacha? Why? Because every person, right? Every person out there cannot go and sit in the parliament and take the decision. Pay attention. What is democracy? Democracy is a form, government form by the people. Do you think that every person can go in the parliament and take the decision? No. Hence, we choose our representative. Like there is an area divided. From that area, one MP or MLA is chosen, taking the decision on the behalf of the people. This type of government is known as, okay, this type of government is known as representative government, okay, or we can call it representative democracy. So the democratic system that is followed in India is representative democracy. Aditya is asking, ma'am, what is power sharing? Hold on. We are going to burst that myth only today. We are going to just understand what is power sharing. Okay, first I am telling you that India has a system of representative democracy. In that representative democracy, just assume if power is given to only one single person. What if all the power is given to the Prime Minister of India? What do you think? Power corrupts and absolute power corrupts the person? Absolutely. Okay, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts the person? Absolutely. Hence, for the corruption to be reduced, we need to divide the powers. We need to divide the power. How? Let's see. See, this is a family. This is a family in which there is a father, there is a mother, there are 2 kids, grandparents, etc. Whenever you look at that family, naturally, don't you think that there are some powers and responsibility that lies to your father? Some power and responsibility lies to your mother, some to the kids, some to the grandparents, and actually where the power is balanced, the family lives happily. Don't you think that it happens? Right? Similarly, there is a classroom where powers are beautifully, what we can say, designed and defined to the principal, to the coordinator, to the teacher, to the students. Right? In a cricket team, in a football team, everywhere, the powers and the responsibilities are shared, are divided. Right? Pay attention whenever I am telling you dividing of power. Okay, dividing of power, it does not means reducing of power. It does not means reducing of power, rather it means sharing of power. So now comes to the point, what is power sharing? Beta, power sharing means distribution of power among different people or group of people, okay, rather than holding the power in one single hand. Did you get it, Aditya? Now tell me, is the definition of power sharing clear to all the students out here or not? Or you are still confused? Social science, ma'am. Yes, social science. Where is that Bhomik asking the doubt and somewhere left? Ma'am, I am typing my doubt. Isn't your doubt typed up till now? Come on, tell me. Is this definition of power sharing crystal clear to you, Aditya? Okay, great. So, we know the definition of the word, what power sharing actually means. Now come to the point, beta. This power sharing definition we are going to understand with the example of two countries, which are given to us in NCERT, and the first one here is Belgium, and the first one here is Belgium. You know where is Belgium? So Belgium is a small chotu si country where in Europe, right? It is a small country, so small, even smaller than Haryana, not like big country. Europe do not have big country like India, Russia, Canada, USA. They are small countries over there. So Belgium is a small country in Europe, even smaller than Haryana. Look at this map and you will understand this is Belgium, and the neighboring countries are France, right? The people might here speak the language French for obvious. So here in the north you can see it's Netherlands, here it is Germany with the German language, and Luxembourg. So what are the four neighboring countries of Belgium, beta? What are the four neighboring countries of Belgium? France, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France, Netherlands, Luxembourg, as well as Germany. Okay, ma'am, I am late. Aisha, it's okay, we just started the session. You can watch what is the definition of power sharing, and now we are studying about the first case. Again, I'm going to recall you what is power sharing. Sharing of power among individuals or group of individuals, so that power is not concentrated in one single hand. Okay, this we have to understand with the help of two examples. We are starting it with the example of Belgium. Why Belgium is a country in Europe. The capital of Belgium is Brussels. Pay attention, what is the capital of Belgium? Brussels. What are the neighboring countries of Belgium? France, Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg. France, Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg. What is the population? It's little over 1 crore. Right? It's little over 1 crore, and that is half of the population of Haryana. Such a small country, such a small population. Why are we studying this in this chapter? Question is this: why are we studying here? Is because of the ethnic composition of Belgium. Arey bhai, now what is this word ethnic means? Do you remember at your Diwali days or your festival time, you are always asked to wear ethnic dresses, and you think that they are just the cultural dresses basically. So what here the word ethnic means that, see, whenever in India you may move just 1 kilometer, you will find a different language, culture, tradition, food habits, dressing sense, and that is ethnicity. That is ethnic, right? So there are certain ethnic variations in India. We are going to study it with the ethnic composition of Belgium. Are you ready, guys? Because this is one of the most important question that comes in your exams throughout the year. Okay, what is the question? What is the question? What is the question? And the question is, what is the ethnic composition of, okay, what is the ethnic composition of Belgium? Right, bacha? Whenever I am teaching, take a pen, take a paper, and write all those important questions which I am mentioning again and again. Okay, tell me who all are here and who all are listening to me. Just give me a thumbs up so that I can ask multiple cross questions to them and get their answers fast. Okay, so the first question is, what is the ethnic composition of Belgium? That's haunting us, and because of which we are studying this chapter, right? So this is the ethnic composition. But just see this map. See this map. This is the map of Belgium. Here you will understand two things. One is regional differences. Okay, one is beta what? Regional differences. That means there are certain regions. And the second is language differences. Okay, or linguistic, I can call it. Language difference, linguistic, one and the same thing. Beta, in this Flemish region, okay, in this Flemish region, in the north of Belgium, lies 59% of the total population. How much? 59% of the total population, and speaks the language Dutch. Pay attention, speaks the language Dutch. However, in this Wallonia region lies the 40% of the total population, speaks the language French. Mark my statements whenever I say what I am saying. Out of the total population, 59% out of the total population, 40% out of the total population. These words are crucial. You can't miss it in exam. Okay, so again come back. 59% of the total population lives in Flemish region. 40% of the total population lives in Wallonia region. What about that 1% people? Bhai, they live somewhere residing over there near Germany and speaks the language German. So 59% Dutch, 40% French, 1% German. Okay, which is the majority speaking language in the country? Dutch. Which is the majority speaking language in the country? Dutch. Minority speaking language in the country, neglect that 1% German, then there will be 40% of people speaking French. Get it or not? I hope that you get it. Now what is the problem, ma'am? They might be living happily by Khush. Enjoy? No, the problem starts in the capital city, Brussels. What happened in the capital city, Brussels? Right? So here in the capital city, Brussels, bacha, 80% of the people speaks the language French. 80% of the people speaks the language French. Rest 20% of the people speaks the language Dutch. Now what is the situation, damn? Situation is, who was in majority in the country? Who was in the majority in the country? So Dutch were in majority in the country. That's clear. But who is in the majority in the capital? Beta, French is in the majority in the capital, and here is where the problem starts. Here is where what starts problem, and we are going to talk about it. Let me see some comments coming out here. Ma'am, I'm late. It's okay. When is history class? Bacha, is your school started with history or whatever the topic they have started? Tell me. We are going to sort that out. No one is teaching, but you teach well. Thank you, Prashant, for this. Ma'am, any ideas to score full marks in SST board exams? Yes, a lot of ideas we have, and we are going to figure out that ideas one by one in the entire session. You just need to stay connected with me. Okay, Aisha? Don't worry about your SST marks. In the starting of the session, a lot of students came and they were my ex-students, 10th, ex-10th, and they shared that their marks were this, etc. So, no worries, stay connected. Thank you, Prashant. This is the first live class. That's the reason the strength is low. But I am going to grab attention of all the class 10 students gradually. Don't worry about that. Today is 7, some day after there will be 70, and some day after there will be 700. No worries. Okay, fine, great. Now coming back to the topic. Let's come back to the topic, bhai. So the topic is about the ethnic composition of Belgium. I'm revising, and let's move further. 59% total population lives in where? Flemish region, speaks the language Dutch. 40% lives in Wallonia, speaks the language French. By 1% is still there, German. Get it? Now comes to the composition of capital, Brussels. 80% French, vice versa. Okay, 20% Dutch. Great. Fine. So when we talk about this, now comes the problem. Okay, I'm not listening to whom? Wait, ma'am, it's good. Okay, Prashant, I'm listening to you, Prashant. Ma'am, can you please take history class tomorrow? Aisha, it's so not possible to take tomorrow actually, but I'll try to do it super soon. And if you want to, like, eagerly want to watch the history videos, last year which video was uploaded, you can watch it, and then quickly I will plan a good curriculum for you, good everything for you, and we are going to go live on history chapter. Do you want me with the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe? Is it? Ma'am, I am Pawaki. Okay, Pawaki, how are you? Ma'am, please, yes, I'm listening to everyone. Bhai, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Fine. Okay, watch this recorded video once, and if everything is clear, then it's quite good. And if not, then let me know. Just comment over there. I'll sort out. Okay, fine. Okay, come back to the chapter. So the reason for the tensions between Dutch and French, reason for the tension between what? Dutch and French. So now comes the point. See, the first problem I just said that the minority French speaking community. Bacha, where were French community minority? In the nation. In the nation. But do you know that these minority French speaking community were relatively rich and powerful, and wherever there is pesa, there is power. We are aware about that. So this French people were rich and powerful. Now what happened is this were rich and powerful. All the benefits, everything went into the hands of French, and Dutch are like, acha, we are in majority and we are not enjoying anything in the country. This is not fair. So beta, this was resented by Dutch speaking community who got the benefits of economic development and education later. And this was the special problem. The special problem was Brussels. That those Dutch people who were in the majority in the country were in the minority in the capital. Tensions between Dutch and French were rising day by day. When is between this time? 1950s and 1960s. 1950s and 1960s. So when were the tension rising? Between 1950s and 1960s. Get it? Get it or not? Ma'am, history first chapter please. Okay, Sunita. Done. The next time we are going to come live, I make sure that we are going to study completely the first chapter of history, that is rise of nationalism in Europe. Do you know that? I am telling you one thing. You are not going to study that chapter once. Right? Throughout the year, you will be just asking me, ma'am, once more history first chapter. Ma'am, once more history one chapter, because you will be confused in that chapter in the entire year. I have seen a lot of students face the same problem. Don't worry, we'll make it. Up till then, you watch my recorded video, and even I'm making a fresh recorded video for this session too. Okay? Yeah, Pavani, what was your name? I forget. Pavaki, sorry. Yes, I'm listening to you. Okay. So I can leave and watch history class. It's all up to you, Aisha. If it's so necessary to watch that class, then you can go. Ma'am, it's Sona. Do you remember? Hi, Sona. Yes, I remember each of my ex-tenthees. Lot of ex-tenthees are coming today, okay? Because this is the first live class after a lot of time. So, lot of students are coming. Lakshmi, the chapter name is Power Sharing. First chapter, Civics, NCERT, Class 10th in English completely. Okay, so this is the first chapter. Yes, bacha, you can leave. Ma'am, how are you? Jagriti, I'm very good. How are you? Are you also 10th ex-10th or are you giving your 10th this year? Just let me know. Just let me know that. Crazy. Fine. Okay, so we got the reasons of tensions between Dutch and French. Both these peoples are fighting with each other, civil tensions. Whenever the community living in the country fight with each other, they are known as civil tensions. What it is known as, beta? Civil tensions. Okay. Now the chapter of this particular country stops here. We got the solution? No. Do we know the story? What happened next? No. That's actually the point. We will pause and then study later that they were fighting, but what they did of fighting. Okay, but before moving to that, I am going to tell you about the second case, that is of Sri Lanka. Okay, I'm fine also. Hi. Okay, Jagrati, great. How are you guys? Abdul is asking to everyone, how are you? Okay, bacha, you guys. Fine. Next country is Sri Lanka. Beta, if I talk about Sri Lanka, it is an island nation. Where it is an island nation? In South Asia, where just a few kilometers in the south of Tamil Nadu, just few kilometers. In the class 9th, you were studying again and again, na, what is that divide between India and Sri Lanka? Okay, so that was Palk Strait. That was Palk Strait, if you remember. Right? See, this country is an island country. Okay? This country is a island country, and in this country, okay, there lives 2 crore population. 2 crore of population. And do you remember this 2 crore of population is quite equals to that of the population of Haryana. Acha, who is going to tell me? Fast, super fast, quick. What is the population of Belgium? You guys are studying now. Let me check who is studying or not. Faster. What is the population of? What is the population of Belgium? Yeah, I remember. Tell fast, Aisha, then. So, everything passing like skyrocket, is it? What is the population? Tell me. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Prajwal. How are you? Okay, so the population of Sri Lanka is 2 crore, that is equals to that of Haryana. Do you know that if we talk about the history of Sri Lanka, they were also in the clutches of colonialism like India was. So they got independent. They got independence in 1948, just 1 year after India. Great, the exact population, just Google out or what, 11.77 CR. By in our book it is given that it's around 1 CR, and this exact is not given in NCERT. Don't take the help of Google. So 1948, this country Sri Lanka got independent. If we have a look at this country, the population is 2 crore. What is the reason we are studying this country in the chapter power sharing? Is the ethnic composition of this country. What, bacha? Ethnic composition of this country. I am telling you again the meaning of this word ethnic. Ethnic word here means that whenever there is difference of language, culture, tradition, food, dress style, etc., that word is basically covered as ethnic variations or ethnicity, right? In this country, Sri Lanka, we can see that 74% of the people, pay attention, 74% of the people here speaks the language that is Sinhala. 74% of the people speaks the language what, beta? Sinhala. And do you know they follow the religion that is Buddhism. They follow what religion? They follow the religion that is Buddhism. Next is there are 18% of the people who speaks the language Tamil. 18% of the people who speaks the language Tamil. And do you know that they follow the religion either Hinduism or Islamism? Either Hinduism, bacha, or Islamism. Fine. Again, now comes the rest of 7% people. These 7% people either speak language Tamil or Sinhala, but they are Christians. They are what? Christians. Come on, let's revise. So the ethnic composition is such that 74% are the people who speaks the language what, beta? Sinhala. Do you know their religion is what? Their religion is Buddhism. Their religion is Buddhism. Okay? There are 18% of the people who speaks the language Tamil, right? And they are the people who follow the religion. Either they are Hindu or they are Muslims. Fine. The people are left still. So 7% are the people who either speaks the language Tamil or speaks the language Sinhala, but they are Christians. They are Christians. Now, a quick question to all the students. Who is in majority in the country? For obviously Sinhala speaking people. Who is minority in the country? For obviously Tamil people. Okay? Majority as well as minority. Whatever I am saying now, you will get it in MCQs, a lot of questions in your exams. And from here the question comes, explain the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Ethnic, bacha, what? Ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Right? Get it? Now, one more twist is there. Among this Tamil speakers, there are two type of people. 13% are Sri Lankan Tamils. Now, what are Sri Lankan Tamils? Indigenous Tamilians over there who were born and brought up in Sri Lanka only. Ancestors were also born in Sri Lanka. But among them, there are 5% who are Indian Tamilians whose ancestors were born in India, moved to Sri Lanka for certain reasons, maybe because of Britishers, maybe because of economy, fishing activity, etc. Right? Get it, beta? So now, 74% majority Sinhala. Religion, Buddhism. 18% Tamil. Religion, Hindu or Muslim. Among that, 13% are Sri Lankan Tamils, 5% are Indian Tamils. Rest 7% are Christians. Tell me, is it crystal clear? Give me a thumbs up if it is clear. Fine. Ma'am, yes, Ansh Dubey, how are you? What no you are saying? Tell me. Can you please pray for me to get above 417 board exam, Aisha? No such prayer works until you don't make hard work. That's more needed. And right now in the starting of the session, why are you taking such load, beta? We'll get good marks here. Chill pill. We have a year ahead. If we take so much stress in the starting of the session, how are we going to complete it in the entire time? Okay, Arey bhai, is it clear or not? I need thumbs up after every topic I teach you, because this is from where I get the energy to teach you guys. Ansh Dubey समझ नहीं आ रहा. Why bhai? Why? What is happening? Why are you not able to understand that? What you are not able to understand, ask again and again, I'll teach you. So, this is the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Now comes the point by in India, in a particular region, there are multiple ethnicities. Multiple ethnicities we sometimes even can't count. But still we are happily living, not that happy, but yes, still we are that happily living as a one nation. Then why, what is the reason we are studying this Sri Lanka? Beta, what happened na? Sri Lanka is a country that adopted majoritarianism, okay? Or I can say majoritarianist policy. What is that? You know, majoritarianism is a term to define when the majority, pay attention, when the majority, who is in majority? Sinhala, yes. When the majority wants that I should remain in power, I should rule by whatever way I want to, right? I should be in power by whichever way possible. Whatever I have to do, I will do, but one thing is for sure, that I should remain in power. The power should rest with me. And this is what, who did? This is what Sinhala people did. How? Right? Question will come to you for 3 marks. What was the majoritarianism policy followed by Sri Lankan people? Okay? Or Sri Lankan government. First point. In 1956, pay attention. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, bhai, disregarding Tamil. Now this is a critical problem. What happened? One day you wake up early in the morning in India, and there everyone is told that now you have to do all your official work, your studies, everything in Hindi. Is it possible? You are someone who speaks Kannada, someone who speaks Tamil, someone who speaks Gujarati, a home language, etc., Samis, etc. Crazy it will be, right? Similarly, here in Sri Lanka, what happened? Only and only one single official language will be there, that Sinhala, disregarding Tamil. Will it work? No. Second point. They made the policy that saying the preference will be given to Sinhala people whenever you apply for university position or government jobs. You want government job, you should speak Sinhala. You want university admission, you should speak Sinhala. What about Tamilians? Will they be happy? Not at all. Right? Now come the point, beta. Third point, very important. New constitution was made. And that new constitution says that state will protect and foster Buddhism. What about Hinduism, Islamism, Christianity? That you are only going to foster Buddhism? That means this is not a secular nation, very clearly. So these were the reasons, or what I can say, these were the majoritarian policies adopted by Sinhala people. What will happen in the country? A lot of fight. What happened? One day your mother bought a pizza and gave it to your sibling, completely total to your sibling. What are you expecting? You won't fight then? You will fight that. This is exactly, this power is that pizza given only to Sinhala people. What do you think Tamil people will do? They will sit and watch Sinhala people to eat that pizza? No. So comes the point that they felt that we are being neglected in our own nation. None of our language, none of our culture is being like, oh, you're not sensitive to them. So what they will do? They feel so disappointed. They feel so alienated. They feel so like all the opportunities are given to them. What I will do now? They started making political organizations, right? We will raise our voice. We will raise our political organization demanding an independent Tamil state. Why? Because if you look at the map of Sri Lanka, this is very rubbish map I am making. So if you look at a rough map of Sri Lanka, you will see that in the northeast region of Sri Lanka lives completely the Tamil people. So they said that let's separate our land. We are demanding that give us this land and make a separate nation with the name Tamil Elam. Okay, with the name Tamil Elam, that means a separate Tamil state in this northeastern. Question by question. Question is, in which region? In this northeastern region of Sri Lanka. So where do the Tamil lives in Sri Lanka? Northeastern region. Where do the Tamil lives in Sri Lanka? Northeastern region. Okay, get it? Fine? Great. So this is the majoritarian policy that was adopted in Sri Lanka. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys understanding whatever I am teaching up till now, or everything is just going like this in your mind? Tell me. Let's talk for a minute, then let's move to the next topic. Hi to everyone out here who is just saying me hi and welcome on this channel Deeksha Vedantu. Acha, one more quick update for all the students studying right now. Beta, whenever we will go live na, whatever chapter we are studying, whatever MCQs we are doing, whatever we are doing in this entire classes, right after the class end, in the description box you will get a link. The link is by which you can get this class PPTs. Okay, the link is for which you can get this notes and PPTs which are actually required in your preparation. Okay, get it beta? So do download that and use it in the entire year. That will be quite helpful for you, bacha. Great, I get the answer of yes ma'am, understanding. Vani, I can call you Vani, right? Yes ma'am. Okay, thanks for answering this beta. So now coming to the point, bhai, what happened? These people were fighting and fighting, but now the civil tensions reached to civil war. See, in Belgium no civil war happened, just civil tension, and we stopped that story. We'll continue that. But in Sri Lanka, civil tensions raise and leads to civil war. You know that in this country the civil war ended in 2009 and it basically affected the political, social, economic, every life, every sphere of Sri Lanka. It affected naturally. If there will be war within the civilians, it will affect it. So why? Only because of one thing, the Sinhala people were not ready to give powers to Tamil. That means they were denying what? Power sharing. Get it? Now comes to the point, what happened with Belgium? Did the situation went till civil war, or they made an arrangement? But they made an arrangement, and that arrangement is known as Accommodation of Belgium. What it is known as? Uzma is your name. Great Uzma. What it is known as? It is known as accommodation. What do you mean by accommodation? Bhai, you have a problem, come together, let's sort it out. That's known as what? Accommodation in Belgium. Everyone in life do this accommodation whenever you have problems with either your friends, with your family members, with your near ones, etc. So accommodation is really necessary. Accommodation in Belgium. By what happened now? In Belgium, they were quite smart country, European country, educated. They know that phenomena of democracy, power sharing, etc. What they did? They basically amended their constitution first, because there were certain loopholes because of which people were fighting. Beta, they amended their constitution between 1970 to 1993. How many times? 4 times. MCQ comes from here. Okay, MCQs come from here. Okay, so the question is, how many times the Belgium constitution was amended? 4 times. Between which period? Between 1970 to 1993. Okay, why? Because they realize there are regional and linguistic differences. There are regional and linguistic differences, and if we did not accommodate it, there will be problem in the country. A good question coming out here. Hello ma'am, I just want a tip. How can I stay focused or consistent while studying tough topics like history and geography? Chapter 1 in both is so tough. Okay beta. Arav Shrivastava, good question out here, because this is something you are going to face throughout the session, throughout the year in your class 10 journey, and you have to figure it out super soon. Beta, what happens now? Right now you have a lot of work to do. Like, you have your phone, you have to use your WhatsApp, you have to use your Instagram, you have to go out to play, you have someone waiting on that online games portal, etc. So there are high chances, right? There are high chances that you get diverted. First and the most important thing that you should start doing it, that start studying from your books, not from the online sources. By online sources, what I mean is not from laptop, that PDF and all. Okay? For an example, you're watching a video of a study, right? Keep the phone aside. Off all your notifications from WhatsApp, Instagram, games, etc. That should be must, right? You're watching that video, but along with that video, you are having a book. To keep yourself consistent, you need to follow one thing. While you're reading your NCERT, a pen should be there to underline. Second most important thing, pay attention, make sure that you are making notes of every page, everything you read. Right? Everything you read, there should be a note. So whenever you are making notes, you are busy. Make yourself busy in studying. You guys are doing what? Taking NCERT, reading and time wasting and not. You're not making yourself busy. Make yourself busy. Give yourself small targets. By this end, I have to do it. Otherwise, I'll not go out. Otherwise, I'll not eat today. Otherwise, I'm not going to do this. Okay? So give yourself targets, and still if you're not able to do it, ask your mother to surveillance you, to supervise you, guide you, to stand beside you when you are studying. Okay, you need that chadi in her hand, I know that. Good resource guide for SST, ma'am, suggest. Beta, only and only one guide is enough for SST, that's your NCERT and me. That's more than enough. Follow your NCERT, study with me. This is more than enough throughout the year for you. Achha, tell me, was this helpful? Will you able to manage now that consistency and that focus you were not on your studies, is it? Prashant is like, no. Beta, NCERT is more than enough. Rest, I will take care of it. Great. Arav, are you satisfied now? Will you be more consistent from that? Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Welcome, Arav. Okay, coming back to the chapter again. So we were talking about what accommodation has been done by Belgium. But now 5 minutes give to me. The topic is quite important. Then we will talk again. Now comes the point. Constitution prescribes that. Pay attention. The first thing they did. First thing they did was in the central government. In the central government, the constitution prescribed that there will be equal number of ministers from both the communities like Dutch as well as French. Equal number of members. For an example, there are 100 ministers. Okay, for an example, there are 100 ministers, then 50 will be from Dutch speaking community, 50 will be from French speaking community. This was the first thing they did. Terminologies are quite important, pay attention. So, constitution prescribed that number of Dutch and French speaking people will be equal in both the central government or in the central government from both the communities. Okay, great, good option. The next is many powers. Up till now, beta, up till now, all the powers were in the hands of central government. All the powers were in the hand of central government. And in the starting I told you, power corrupts absolute, power corrupts absolutely. Hence sharing of power was needed. Then this central government shared its power with the state government too. Okay, great, good thing. So now the state government is not only subordinate to the central government, they have more powers. When they have powers, power sharing is done, they will be happy, they will not fight, which they were doing up till now. Okay, come back to it. Beta, next is Brussels. What is Brussels? Capital. This capital will have a separate government. In this separate government also both the communities will have equal representation, 50-50. You are happy, I am happy. Acha, one good question is that here, come to the first point, central government. That means government of the country. Here there will be equal representation, 50-50. Who was in the majority in the country? Dutch. Why they agreed? They should have demanded more seats. They should have asked that we are in majority, give us more seats. Beta, they agree because in this government, in the capital, French agreed because French here were in majority. So French agreed here to give equal representation. Dutch agreed here to give equal representation. Okay, bye. Get it? Now comes the, apart from the central and state government, there is one more type of government that is known as community government. That is known as what? Community government. Bhai, what is this strange thing, new thing coming out? So this is known as community government. Community government, bacha. See, how many communities are living here? Dutch. Second one is French. Third one is German. All these three government will be having what? All these three government, beta, will be having one thing, separate government, and that separate government is community government. Matlab, meaning is this, Dutch government, French government and German government. Why are they creating so much confusion? Because if there are a lot of government over here, they are making laws, but here these government will be making laws only on the topic of their culture, their language, their education. So Dutch will be making laws on their language, culture and education. No interference by any other community. Everything is great then. No interference by other community. This third type of community is a new type of experiment done by Belgium, and they have gained a positive impact of this. Get it? Now tell me if these points are clear to you, because this is a 5-mark question to you. Write in detail about the accommodation of Belgium. If you have any doubt, ask me right now. Ma'am, what's your name, beta? Read the title of the live session you are watching again, and you will get to know that my name is Tanvi Pahuja, you can call me. Are there any community government in India? No, Arav. There is no community government in India. No community government, because we can't have it. We have a lot of communities. And if we start forming this community government, the mind of the government will get burst, or even of the citizens too. Vansh ji, hello ma'am. Hi Vansh, how are you? So this is all about what, beta? This is all about accommodation in Belgium. Acha, okay, one quick question to all the students out here. We are going to study this chapter today, right? I made a recorded video of the same chapter earlier. I made a 30-minute recorded video of the same chapter earlier. That means you have 3 times to revise this chapter. By the next time when we come live, are you ready for the questions of this chapter? Tell me. Shall we practice MCQs of this chapter? A lot of MCQs of this chapter the next time we come live. Yes. 100%. Yes. Okay, give me the answer to the question I recently asked. Are you ready for that? Great. So next time I come live, I will come live with a lot of questions from the chapter power sharing. You can even download that PDF too, but you have to come for that. Okay, I'm ready. Great, fine. Okay, so now see the situation, beta. In the last country, that is Sri Lanka, है ना, in the last country, the Sri Lanka, small, just 3 or 4 communities were there. But what happened? The Sinalas were not ready to share the power, and hence that resulted in civil war. However, this country, Belgium, has done a very good thing, that's accommodation. And what happened? The civil war ended. It became a healthy, happy country. And what happened? Basically, Brussels was chosen as the headquarter of European Union and can be considered as one of the most prosperous country in the world, one of the most happiest country in the world, and that was great. Get it? Now, hence, we can conclude. Yes, ask your doubt, I'm seeing. Hence, we can conclude what we can conclude by power sharing is important. And our democratic country should always adopt what, beta? Power sharing. So, yes, it's accepted that power sharing is desirable. So, why power share is desirable? Now, the question is that. Okay? Yes, power key, I can see a question that what is community government? I am explaining it again, beta. See, what are communities? Communities are group of people speaking different language, different culture. Okay? Right? In Brussels, or sorry, in Belgium, there were 3 communities. Communities were Dutch community, French community, and German community. Now, if I say community government, that means a separate government of Dutch people. That will be called Dutch government. A separate government for French people will be called French government, and same is for Germans. Now, whenever I talk about this government, in the Dutch government, the person elected will be a Dutch person, and who will elect them? Only these Dutch people. They will make the laws on the language, right, of their own, on the culture of their own, on the traditions of their own, as well as the education. No other community have a say or interference in that. Understood what is community government clearly? Okay, great. For any doubts, you can just comment down in the live sessions or in my videos. This is the only way you can communicate me, beta. Fine? Or we have a WhatsApp channel also. You might find the link in the description box. You can even join that WhatsApp channel too. So this is what government actually means, community government. Now comes the question why power sharing is desirable. There are 2 reasons. Why? Again, one more important question. What are the prudential reasons? Another question, what are the moral reasons? Hi Rishabh, hello Didi. Yes Rishabh, I am here. So, what are the prudential reasons and what are the moral reasons, beta? Before knowing the reasons, now we should understand the difference between what is prudential and what is moral. What is prudential and what is moral? Acha, imagine you want to buy a phone, smartphone, okay? You want to buy a phone and now you went to your father. Papa, I need to watch videos, I need to solve a lot of questions, I need to Google sometimes, I need to use ChatGPT. Can you please buy a phone for me? And your father will be like, Acha, let me give you a phone, wait. So see, what I want to say here is, when you go to your father, the excuses of not giving a phone might be different from that of your mother. When you go to your father is like, Acha, tell me, what are the positives of taking a phone? What are the negatives of buying a phone? Why do you need phone? Is there anything that you can do without phone? Etc, etc. But when you go to your mother, and she will be like, beta, your mind will be diverted. Your eyes will get affected. You will watch a lot of videos. You will watch a phone a lot of time and it will affect your mental health. Don't you find the difference between the reasons given for buying a phone by your father and your mother? Yes, we do. Your father is calculative, and that calculative, when you calculate the positives and negatives of all the things, that is known as prudential. And when you think morally, okay, ethically, that's moral reasons. So why power sharing is desirable? We have 2 reasons, prudential and moral. By revise it. Ma'am, is ethnic composition is same that of religious composition? No, Araf. Ethnic composition cover everything. Religion, language, not religion particularly, language, culture, tradition. Like in Hinduism also, there are a lot of people having different ethnicities. It's not religious comparison. It's the comparison on the basis of change of language, change of dressing style, change of what you eat. Okay, what is your tradition? Get it? So there is no bar for religion in that. Now let me tell you prudential reason. By calculate, let's calculate. If we share power, what will happen? There will be reduction in the possibility of conflicts. There will be reduction in the possibility of conflicts. Among whom? Among social group. When social groups are not fighting, what will happen? Stability will come in the political order. Two points remembered. It reduces the conflicts of the social groups. It brings stability in the political order. Bhai, we have to revise, and these are the keywords. Every year I'm shouting, focus on keywords. What are they? These are the keywords. Okay, so power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability. Now come the next point. Imposing the will of majority community over others. Right? Imposing the will of majority community over others may look like an attractive option in short run. How to remember this point? Beta, see, every majority wants to rule the country. Like if you are in majority, you want that I should dominate the country. It is quite good for like it might be looking very attractive. Wow, I am ruling. But what happened? There are times if you pressurize minority for longer period, they will react back. Don't you think the same happened in Sri Lanka? You are imposing the will, the majority is imposing the will. It looks like an attractive option for a short run, but after some time it undermines the unity of the nation. Fourth point will explain us more about this situation. How? Let's come. Tyranny. Tyranny means atyachar. The tyranny of the majority is not only oppressive for minority, not only because you are just putting your atyachar on minority for years. Then what will happen eventually? That minority will speak aloud and majority will also be affected. Later, what happened in Sri Lanka, if political, social and economic problems were there, doesn't it affected the majority? It did. Civil war, doesn't it affected the majority? It did. So these are what beta? Prudential reasons of why should we adopt or why power sharing is desirable. Coming to the next one, that's what? Moral reasons, ethical. Let's think about it morally from heart. By power sharing, if you are in a democratic country, there should be power sharing. There is no such concept of not power sharing in democracy, because democracy comes with people and you have to give power to the people, divide power to the people, right? Because democracy is something in which two people are affected, one who is ruling and one who is being ruled, one who rules and one who live with that rule. Get it? So here power sharing is important. Next come the point, people have the right to be consulted by. In democracy, the government is chosen by the people, right? The representatives that are chosen by the people, right, have the power divided. And if we don't like those people, we are going to change them. So the consultation concept is there. That's very great. Why it is there? Because we have a legitimate government. What is legitimacy? By this is my phone. I have a legitimate right over this phone. I have a legitimate right over this phone. Similarly, the citizens of the nation have the legitimate right over the government. So when you have that right over the government, you basically have a stake in the government, involvement in the government. And that's why power sharing is desirable. If you're not doing power sharing, how you will have the stake in the government? How they will think that we need to come again next year, so we have to work for the people. That is the reason power sharing is quite adoptive or accepted in democracy. Tell me, are those moral and prudential reasons clear to everyone? Tell me, beta. I need thumbs up after every topic. Very good. Arav is responding very nicely. Great, beta. So this is why power sharing is desirable. Very good. Now comes to the last topic of this power sharing chapter, and this is the last topic. I'll take some more minutes of yours, then I'll give you some homework questions, and by the next time I come back, I'll bring a lot of MCQ questions from the chapter number 1, that is power sharing. Okay. Ma'am song gao. Raghav, I'm very, very bad at singing. You will just leave this class if I sing the song. Okay. And I don't want any of my students to go back from this class just because of my bad singing capabilities. No, nopes. Now, coming back to the question topic, that's power sharing in modern democracy, beta. Bhai, most important, right? Most repeated, or I can say the most favorite. What? Question of CBSE. Question of your CBSE board comes multiple times. Not only multiple times, by every exam you will see this question. What is the question? What are the different forms of power sharing in modern democracies? Okay, Raghav is like, ma'am, notes bana raha hu. Okay, get it, Raghav. To get it checked. It's quite difficult to tell you. Okay, I'll figure out something and put that link in below this video afterwards to tell you where you can put your notes, where we can communicate. Okay, so power sharing in modern democracies, beta. If I talk about this forms of power sharing, there are 4 types of power sharing. Now, see, we were studying the chapter in theory. Everything was going, array, power sharing, democracy, good, everything good. But now, where actually is power sharing by? Where? Tell me, what is happening in modern democracies? Okay, ma'am, you are real Pookie. My God, Raghav. One Pookie, ma'am, is enough to the world. Come on. So, here comes the point, power sharing in modern democracies. See, among different organs of government, right? You have your head, you have your limbs, you have your stomach. Every organ of your body have a different role. What if every role is just played by your limbs? Thinking also, walking also, everything. Will not these limbs dominate over the other body? Yes. Similarly, in democracy, when you give every power to just one single body, what will happen? They will dominate. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Hence, what we have done at the same level of government, we divided some powers into different bodies, into different bodies. Like there is a body known as legislature or legislative body. Pay attention, come back here. Okay, we have a different body that is executive, and one more, that's judiciary. Acha, what are they doing? Bhai, they are organs of government. They have different work. If I talk about legislature, it makes the law. What? It makes the law. If we talk about executive, executes the law, or bhai implements the law, the same law. If we talk about judiciary, it upholds the law. Why do we need 3 different bodies? Because if we give every power to one single body, they will eat the country. Get it? Get it? So, this is known as horizontal sharing of power. This is known as horizontal sharing of power. Keyword. This is keyword. Horizontal sharing of power. Why? Power is shared like this. Central government, someone will make the law, someone will implement the law, someone will uphold the law. And it is based upon the system of checks and balances. It is based upon the system of checks and balance. Now, what is this? What is this? Pay attention. Okay, who makes the law? Like members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, right? They makes the law. What if they make the wrong law? Who will come? Who will check? This judiciary. Who executes the law? These ministers. What if they are not doing that work? Who will check it? These members of legislature, and hence it is known as checks and balances. Get it? Power sharing. Correct, Arav. I saw a question of this topic in every page of question bank. It must have a really high. Yes, exactly. It has a really high weightage. Like a lot of MCQs can come from this topic, like which power sharing is known as horizontal sharing of power. Which power sharing is based upon the system of checks and balances. Okay? Great. Now coming to the next point, among different levels of government. Bhai, in a country big like India, what will happen if we have only one central government? You need to fight for something, you need to go Delhi again and again, Delhi again and again. Will it be possible? No. To make that easy, we have a central government for the nation, we have a state government for different states, and then we do have local governments too, right? Like panchayats and municipalities. So, power is shared among different levels of government. Power is shared among different levels of government, and this type of power sharing is known as vertical power sharing. And this type of power sharing is known as beta what? Vertical power sharing. Second one done? Very good. Next is about among different political parties. Okay? Now what happened? If there is one single party in a nation, will there be any competition? No. Hence we as India is a multi-party system, and we know that power is shared among different parties. How? You might be thinking, ma'am, one is ruling party, one is opponent party, and all those are rivals of each other. How power is shared? There is one more concept that is known as coalition government. Gadbandhan Sarkar, what do you call in Hindi? That's coalition government. What's coalition government? When two or more than two political parties come together to rule or to make the government. This is known as what? Coalition government. This is how they are sharing powers. Pressure groups. By who are pressure groups? They are group of people pressurizing government. By this policy needs to be implemented. You have to do this work, etc., etc. Pressurizing the government. Group of people. Okay? Like there are certain movements going in the country for demanding something from government. This is power sharing. By if this power might not be given to India, then there is no democracy. Okay, clear? The last one is among different social groups. We have a lot of different societal peoples, different people having different community, and power is shared among them. For an example, in the case of India, I can give the best example of this is reservation in India, or we can say that reserved seats for women in India. This is a social group which is somewhere getting benefited by giving more powers or trying to give equal powers to bring them equal. Okay, best example which you have to write is not this reservation. You have to write about community government. What is community government? In Belgium, government was formed for different social groups speaking different languages. Get it? Tell me, give me a thumbs up. Will you be able to frame this correct answer for this question? What are the different forms of power sharing in modern democracies? When I will take a class for how to write answers, I will tell you how to frame this answer also. Okay, beta? Very good, Aisha. Okay, so I think that all those who are giving the replies were focusing on my class. So next time when you come back, I'll remember you. Fine. So this was all about the chapter. The chapter started with the definition of power sharing. The chapter started with the case of Belgium. Then we moved with the case of Sri Lanka. Important topic in the case of Sri Lanka was majoritarianism. Important topic in the Belgium was accommodation, right? And how do we end it with the chapter? Is power sharing desirable? Yes. What are the reasons? Prudentials and moral. Last is how do we make, what are the forms of power sharing in modern democracies? Okay, so this is the last topic. Do you think the class is ended? No. I won't leave the class without giving you homework questions, and the homework questions are right in front of you. The questions are somewhere taken from NCERT plus more questions from my side. So there are list of questions which you will practice the next time I come live. You have to practice the next time I come live. When I am going to come live, the next is again Monday of next week, right? With multiple MCQs, multiple practice question from the same chapter, that is power sharing. Okay, welcome Rishabh. Okay, Rishabh was also watching me, that's great. Get it? Will you be there at 5 p.m. on the same time, same day, on the same channel? For that, you need to do one thing. And what's that one thing? To subscribe the channel right now. So these are some questions, 1, 2, 3. Then we have more questions, 1, 2, 3. Take the screenshot or write it wherever you need. And then we have more questions. More questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you want me to solve all these questions, come back in the next class. Can we have some MCQs rapid fire now? So rapid fire we could have, but there are small students out here, less students, but let's do. Okay, tell me, are you ready for the rapid fire round? Rapid fire. Can we have some MCQs rapid? Yeah, we can have it. Aisha, right now I am taking on Monday, but if I will see that students need more classes, I'll increase the frequency. This was the first class, and this is how we will decide talking to students when they are free, when they want class, what they want in class, what are the chapters going in your school. Once I understand what do you guys need now, we will increase the frequency of class a lot. Don't worry about that. I'm available here daily. Okay, I can take classes daily, but it is actually the interest you people are showing in the live classes. Okay, and if you people really liked my first live class for this session, share it with your friends and come along with your friends next time, so that you guys can study together, comment here together, ask your doubts together. Okay, fine. So when you come next time with a lot more students, we'll have that rapid fire round. For today, this is, I guess, more than enough. Learning more than this for the first day will be traumatic for you, quite dramatic for you. Trauma, ma'am, SST, boring subject, and teaching so much. I don't want this one. Okay, great. Do one thing for my side. All subjects you will be studying here in one single channel. Sonu sir will be teaching you maths, Aditi ma'am will be teaching you science, and I, Tanvi ma'am, will be teaching you SST. So we have a trust of 27 years of legacy. Deeksha, Vedantu, I know that you heard this name. 100% everything will be taught to you in English. For both CBSE, ICSE students, SST, science, maths, during the exam days, we are also going to help you with English too. You need to subscribe the channel and share it with your friends, and let's meet until next time. Okay, bye bye bachcho. Thank you. Okay, I can see Aisha, I like your class ma'am, thank you. Sunita ma'am, next class history please. Done for sure. Arav, thank you so much, nice class. I like this class, thank you very much. Actually I hate politics, but I loved this class. Glad to know this beta, that the first time you're giving these responses, that means a lot to me. Okay, bye bye.